wonya indefinite na no wapeja won sa wo se Awurade meda wase Awurade Ebenezer baby a wo de mabedu Awurade ye but aha no na wo mpemon indefinite no na wo mpemon okaka obi ade egu no anka ne kwan paso yetimi gi free wonsam indefinite leave to remain settlement scheme eno no wonya British passport okra na program we mentwam nko because o British passport no bia na ye kuntunkuni bia na ye pre-market de e na wudi enyaye okay mekasa afa obia wonya wo indefinite leave to remain wukura eye pre-settlement wukura o pre-settlement bia wo ya aware you for pre-settlement bi nie work permit ana wukura 2.5 year 10-year route ana se wukura UK 2.5 years wugina oyire eso ena wudinya ye wugina eye woma eso ena wudinya ye agoro bi wo ho a ma eni bi agoro bi wo ho a ma eni bi wutu kwan na wo ba da bia ye ba ha mebeka se wutu kwan ukura 2.5 years wukura eye 5 years nkrata wukura eye 5 years you dear ana wukura UK 5 years na se wo full say asem ba won krata ne ho na ye busa wo interview ye toto wano na wo full say wontimi express wo hu ye bia for example yemfa aware enye wukura 5 years nkrata wugina oba bema aware in general eso na wode ye nkrata no oba no bi kura wo mfa wani hu ne da bema no bi kura wo mfa wani hu ne da okay ukura wo 5 years ye de amount Awurade adom omo ehu akire na wutu kwan na wo ba o kwade ye okay wutu kwan na wo ba na wo bi ka kire wo se me wo ba wo Ghana me ba baby e wo Ghana enti je me ba no ne fa ne bremia sister brother na se wo hwe wasetena mu na wo to aba me ka kire wo se me ani akora ne mfa ne ma o ma me na nkasa ntwa ticket nko Ghana nko fa ne ma wonye bone se wo hwe wasetena mu na wo nkrata na ekura wo no ye busa wo hu questions na wontumi enyi ano a akora wonyini ya wo betimi akasa a kire se me maame e wo abrochire na ye de mama ne se obi mfa me mra no bra sister enyi akora ne mfa ne ma omoma wo lete kora de to so a enyi akora ne mfa no emma ka kire nipa kora se me pa wo cho me srew me pa cho me luggage no aye full mintimi mfa nipa luggage enka me ho emfa emma because wode wutiri mo fine ena wode akora no edi wachi ena wode no eba wudru kromi ha na bibi ni na ye busaw akora ne ho asem do akora ne maami gina gate ano twen no airport ogina arrival hall twen no akora ne papa gina arrival hall twen no wudru ne busaw se hwan bani na wo kire se o maami gina arrival hall twen me ye busa wo se maame ne telephone number wen abra maame ne ba no na ne wura fi se ne phone na adum na maame ne ba no na ne wura fi se obe charge ne phone papa ne ba ne wura fi se obe charge ne phone enti wote arrival hall hono ne phone adum ye be fra kora ne papa afre ne maame afre ne maame ye nya no wo na afa de wo mafrase e ba bebusa wonsam e ba la ya wi amama ne mbra e ba bebusa wonsam ba de wa ba bedu suko e won nsemu bia won krata na ekura wo no ye kosoro kobon krata bia ye premark ye kuntunkuni krata afedie na wo ba be ye stranded e wo airport immigration for nsem eno ye one akra ofri akra ye de na plane ma ono nko a eba enura e wo kromi ha na enura akora ne ba no oba besue eye omame adamfo no enkrata ekura no eye 10-year route na ekura no mo follow ya mra eye 10-year route na enkrata no ekura omame adamfo no mo nyi weni free so emame na mo fa manimu embra na me express me huye na omame adamfo no wo kromi ha no e wo ma eno okura eye 10-year route and nkrata no aka last one na wakwa kokoje indefinite leave to remain munyi premark dediane premark pre-settle ni free na mo for menimra aka ne last na wakwa koje no eye indefinite leave to remain memfa ne say ade Dawson ewo kromi ha na ade Dawson eba ewo Canada na ade Dawson ete Ghana eni ni kunu nyina wo Canada no mo te Ghana o makọ Ghana holiday na ade Dawson awo kromi ho na nadamfo no ewo ba ewo Canada akra no oye akra ketua oye minor enti akra woye minor no a wono nkoa e na mode ne discipline mu age of 16 years e wo samode ne mane mode ne ma wobi ne nipa ne de ne ba akra ne nkoa mo twa plane ticket ama no ye de akra na tena plane mu e de na duru e kromi hasen wo na akra ne ba besue wo no unye settle wo na akra ne besue wo no enka hwe because there be a lawyer mo kraka say wo kra 2.5 years a obetimi am obi invitation e de number so far as wonye benefit wonna aban no e benefit so wo betimi ama wo bi a certain a invitation ama naba America ni Canada ni e ba ye kromi ha omunyia obi okura Canadian passport onya invitation ana wo nya so be kwa akwaje visa ete se yen ye kura British passport na ya sorry ese ye ko America ana ye ko Canada akwa akodi holiday arehosem akura ni dri ha no akura ketwa osa enti akura ni dri ha no then immigration started so mo ne kasa hwan ho e na wo ba na wabo me ba ade Dawson ho ade Dawson oye wo de oye me maame adamfo eye one wo ba ade Dawson ho na wo maame e no papa wen omo wo Ghana let ben e na kire se wo ho kwan se wo besra ade Dawson no de letter no a kire wo mo wo maame te Ghana wo no uncle na tie wo Canada na wo maame ama letter fabra me de si ha share video ni ento aso fa lawyer bra na yenko enedwu medie ni so lawyer.
Yes, of mommy.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, from Valentine, dear, from Valentine to Valentine. Oh, why you fair? I dear, where do you know? Oh, why you fair? Oh, why you fair? And I said, yeah, 3 piece. Like I said, 3 piece and now 1 piece.
Yeah.
3 piece.
Yeah. 3. Yeah.
I would put the bedroom and I will cook out.
Bedroom.
Oh, bedroom.
Like I
married a year, Tadi, we must say, Chef Abredjuma, 3 piece.
Annie.
And to be your wedding, no be vital, so I bet them 4 piece.
There was here should be a wish. That's it. We have
why a fair lawyer married me bombing some man, me teacher man, no. What dress will come up, and I miss our last name, so what die in a cacrana.
The eternity.
The eternity, yes, lawyer Frank, no. It's here for I think I do a video not to a mascot and you know more at Tanasino. A do Wednesday be any mascot of what Tanasa the Anatas baby at Teddy. If we are singing at Teddy, was so with God, all things are possible. Lawyer Frank couldn't let Tanawa what the city from Mumma. Lawyer, I said the PSC and not Mede and Mawo. Enra obi audio ebreme abrame pon sorry na audio no se mehu a audio ni mu nsem nyina na ye wa abra wo bo wudin no me ye man hyeme efri se wudie minimu se wo no problem enta wachi emma enti abra me wie asori na metie audio no na mani age na nipa ne se sister abna eye nhira ena mi nhira wo ene aseda ena me de mawo lawyer enra wo frɛ obi ma ne beje ne nkrata lady bi ese odawase memfa aseda piesie aseda mu ohwam aseda puduo aseda konkono emfa emmawo na why ade waya ade na nani na se empo ye de bema no enso so awurade adom arakwa enam wo so ama enne sister abna me so so ma ye boga me so so ma ye boga auntie abna me dawo ase lawyer wo de me hwehwe because messages ne doso mebo
Yeah.
na wankasa watie waseda enti sister ne say me na wase emfa eman no enti aseda ena me de ema eye wo lawyer chiadofo wasa wo chiadofo me hwehwe na me de message na ba chiadofo ene atiefo na yenko dwumadi ne so won so a wo hwe me so share broadcaster no na yenko ene bedi nkomo
Me da say etie for me mamachi me majuma ha da awurade asese ode ne ache ye ne yehye mu ha yehye mu ana ye adwendwen enkyerɛkyerɛ mu eye anigye nkunimdie na ye nyina ye dia mascot solicitors ye aim ne say ye de ensam a ekoso immigration ana say ye ensam a ekoso legal matters mu ewo UK ene ye de tudwa ye botae ne say ye beboa na obi bia na obeba hase ana say obetime anya asam a ye fa nkratasemu ana legal matters wo UK mu genuine ye nokre mu eto asum a wotu sa na mo na ebeboa wo enti mascot solicitors ye hia hanum a na ye de na ase na ema mu nyina asem da ya mudi echi na ye san kan fa mo say wo ho mamo enti mo so mo ho ema ye nea ene ye ibitima ye adwuma no akosi awieye ye dama say se de ye ka no ensama ye kenya general matters nti ye ka say so specific issue a bitima free office we may book appointment ama na ye share one on one and answer zoom na ya medie no so me dama say major amounts of money.
yo lawyer me da say lawyer what
mete ne kaka
immigration hour
so my follow sa the lawyer Frank baye na me de ma de srede atu na nim stabna nyame adom nso so say you can say omo mo time ta nso me ka hu bi
yo lawyer enti wose nyame onhira wonye wo kese pa woda wase
yes we da nas
wase wo program na wo ye sister abena mu abemu muda matena ha say how many years ni me kwa 10 years mo beba be celebrate ewo aha say e de ama me aha 10 years awurade adom awurade anam ye so e de ayebi lawyer ene ye di nkomo e de afa omo a omo eti kromi ha omo edi aduro ene obi a wo ba bedi aduro enso so na me kan asem bi for akraketo a lawyer wa ba ha say me pese me hu say eye ne kwan so ano no ana na girl no anope me ne wo kasa girl no afre me say immigration for day long about 18 pages a day abre no enti maka ne say omfa pages no embre me na me fa emma lawyer akra wo free Canada eba ahase abesra wo maami adamfo obedi 2 weeks pe oya akra wo swa owo 16 years ye de ne supply mu ye twa ticket e de no aba o maami no papa ko Ghana enti one ne wo fa na etie e wo Canada ena wo ba aba besra wo maami adamfo from here no obekọ Ghana akọ maami ekọ akra ne drew ahase immigration and immigration any akrane kasa bia mimi hu ne say osa 16 years de osa so no nko abetu kwan ana wanyini so no nko abetu kwan ana enti omubusa akrane say wan ho no oba akrane di sister no eye lady no wa ha no number de ma no lady no e 10-year route eso obekwa akwaji ni indefinite leave to remain akrane de ma no lady ne say omo frɛ no enura anopa na asem ni siye abra wo mo friend no na immigration busa ne say we expecting visitor and was yan obo akra ni din akra ne a date of birth e de ma wo mo and no immigration ka kire wo no lady ne say na wo kra no wo sika wo gie no esua wa wesa wo ye wa adwuma no esua eye den na wa invite wo bi enipa ne kra wo ba no no so ya akra wo so wo nkra e wo nche wa invite wo bi say omra wo nchen e wa ha eti ono lady ne ka say wo invite akra no wo accommodate no accommodation no de ma no ba financial threshold there akra na ankasa ebe provide a financial threshold enti immigration for check akra no 16 years no obedi 2 years obedi 2 weeks na akra ni kura $6,000 $6,000 which is for 2 weeks there a dozen for akra ketwa no enti no immigration for no e detainee akra no e detainee akra na lady ne so so we airport ho ekoye forth and back with date of birth they say e busa lady ne say e ye den e na wono ni 2.5 years ni kura no waje 2.5 years na ne 10 years mu no wo you know e ye den e na wonya ne 2.5 years na e kura no ento mu invite lady no e ma ne ba immigration center ho e de ne tena asem mu etoto na no o kire kwan a wo fa so nya ne 2.5 years wo ne ba ne ho enti abra lady ne so wo ho no na migration for ne ka say akra no esan de another person another 2 people number ama omo say omo mfre owo ne uncle wa ha owo ne auntie wa ha enti na che sa akra ba ko no wanya nipa miensa enipa mienu abeka sin ne ho at the spot ho ampa omo contact say 2 people no mo so gitu mu say omuni makra no ne wo faase ene akra no omo so migration invite wo mo mo kokototo omo ano omo toto omo nyina ano no omo battle ya front and back enumra no ena migration friend lady na wo no na ni din appear first no ono na invite get a boy no immigration friend is unfortunate omo di akra no ebeko back to eye ba bia wo free baaye na omo friend ne auntie bi so wo ho de ne auntie bi so number ma no e ma omo friend ne auntie no omo friend ne auntie ne se onye akora no e wo so oba UK ha na UK immigration say akora no enkura eye British passport okura ekuro no free so no e ba ye ne passport enti omo de akora na e back to kuro no na wo ma hande akora no ama e ho social worker okay enti omo friend girl ne ka ne say de wono invite akra ne say omo de akra ne back omo ayo investigation awie still no they are not convinced say wo so omo akra no ewura krumi ha enti omo de ne girl ne say omo abre ye omo letter chese enuoma course ni nyina no interview omo ye wo mo ni nyina no omo pile ni nyina no omo de aba omo de ba ye no no girl na sam kra won kan ye immigration for na twitwa ntro ebi ewo mu ewo ensemunim na immigration for na catch almost say they cannot appeal omo de akra na go back ana no pay omo de akra na be go back ono lady ne person who say e be affect ni indefinite na okwa akoye no ana na yembra ene program so
okay me da say obviously so me nyam who documents na immigration for the amano so ho ena me hu ensem a okekae onse wo kasa no say there na say immigration for kwatwa entro we don't know the truth and no say ebi hu document na bia other so no na twa entro ana immigration for na twa entro ana say bibi na ankoyi kasa ni mu a ana yibi hu but obviously if I'm speaking in general terms without the content of the letter or documents we are talking about now, I'm struggling to think adequacy be again on characters a be basa unless it be again no woman who so no ankasa no onyina ye so mana amfa kwa pa bisuna a gen character so ono de my invitation ese nipa nembra ene nipa no so aba oba no akamu de onima kire wo mu eno mo se nipa no ye manema nti nipa no ko nti me kwan bi a deny na so bema girl no nkrata nso problem aba ho. But of course minim the investigation and immigration for ayɛ fa girl na setene mu nsɛm a ɔka kaeɛ nsɛm a abɔfra no ka kyerɛ wɔ mu ɛna ebi a raise suspicion bi ana raise concern bi ɛno nti no matwerɛ no nti me nsaka documents na metumi advice no specifically to her issue sɛ baabi ogyina ɛne the way forward.
Okay, lawyer immigration omo mo ho kwan sa akra wo ba akra no ne maame ni America ne bibie ne aunties ne ho omo betimi ama na come back to baby ofree ba. Tell us nkomo ma ni wrem.
Well, the issue here is there are quite a lot of red flags here. Abofra no below 18. I mean, when you are between the age of 15, 17, you can travel as an unaccompanied child. So, as an accompanied, so you can travel. Nothing. So, no, but alone, there's nothing wrong with that. Normally, ABR we below 12, and also it depends on the airline. Some of the airlines they will not allow you to travel alone. They will want an adult. But most airlines from the age of 12 or 15 to 17 you travel as unaccompanied child into unkwana oba so obi nka ho so you are unaccompanied child but there are requirements I will say you go by that nti ombepe say u parent no say between we are 15 17 no ebiana also ombepe say o parents the birth certificate wo birth certificate just say o parents in the SYZ omo copy of omo passport omo contact details ewo wo ho enipa na wo ba no ho ewa UK no wasi enya ono so contact details bibi esi a bitimi afre na busa no. It is all to ensure say akra no he's not being trafficked to UK say and as maha no mo akwanboni bi so eme bibi a be say abofra because below 18 still now ya akra even though 16 when you I mean 16 to when you but emremu no just to protect the child self no eya no mpese the measures bi to ho se betimi aboa na abofra no enkunya program as will be emfa akwa pa bi so enchichire abofra nse me de na eba UK na me de na be ye adebone e be a child labor or sex abuse or sex exploitation or child labor exploitation and into emra no ho. Now so we is 16 years and now 15 or 17 now or reach airport na nsem bi say ba the immigration be busa no o ma me din de say ehe na wo free ba o papa din de say contact details way enipa na wo ba no ho no the din de say the relationship no and say enipa no on krata wa ha say ana enipa no phone number address email into omonje nipa no phone number like ma me di be frɛ no mahwɛ no no wakasa say abofra yi eba na say ni say na asi na wakyerɛkyerɛ mu ɛsɛ okay me ana mafra abofra ne sɛ ɔmra nka abofra we die no nka ha adwom frɛ maame no ha adwen obviously sa abofra no maame ne eni sika edebe into immigration form no first of all visa sɛ ɔmfamra so woman visa we are sure say ɔkyerɛ mu how a wɛso support no ho ɛwɔ UK enti ebia ɔno ani parents and the best sponsor trip no but maame no ɔwɔ ha sei no and the baby baby di ne ti ato anaasɛ maame no providing a bank statement and then pay slip chest or year adwuma enti ɔno ebetimi sponsor abofra no. So there are two things and we need to understand all this as a debate make judgment. Enti sɛ maame no sponsor ana no abedru ho no mo na immigration si woni sika so behwe na it doesn't make sense. So the evidence will provide for this application which shows say sika na say immigration adhere to say when the child come you not be recourse to public fund. So why this? Say enyo no and a cast of responsible friends financially but ni parents and I know of even a responsible financially. Then of course any panel in the bank statement it is any panel of sponsor or bar also on manisika Paper just what because wakasa na wode obaneba nti 2 weeks no why calculation and who say APR over spend £2,000, you know. Nothing wrong with that. APR is skinny. Who 5,000, but we have a so called Gucci shop, a quarter Gucci stuff. So it's how we approach case, no, and how to understand the whole, metrics involved in this matter. And I'll be to my judge say, okay, because of this and that, no, AB immigration for decision on making and a year name. But say a cofrafra no be bremu, said the be way a cofrafra, and not it creates a lot of doubt. And ABI immigration officer no doubt na aba na adwum sa abofrank oba UK enye safe. It ends up finding baby kura free. But don't forget that some children have been trafficked to UK. Sika kuta went me explain this sika and the source of the money and what you're gonna use the money for. Then why are you holding that money? Is it because you have been paid? And don't forget, just recently ago, we heard the news all over in Nigeria, governor Umama Obisika so American kidney, maneba, ewaha, eti tuyanika. Enti, how would you know say ABS kind of one hono akrano ABA can say their sponsor they say obeba na wabe bibi ama ebusuano. How would you know? So the immigration will interrogate and get more information. Nothing stop you. I mean, UK so you need so could scale over £10,000. You need to sign declaration form say you're holding that. So below that, I mean, it shouldn't be much of a problem. You know,
Okay.
and in this case in particular, it will be difficult to say a bit to me, a genefidie, so now, yeah, conclude. But there are a lot of, issues that we can analyze and ask more questions and possibly get some answers. But generally speaking, nothing stop a child who is above 16 years to travel alone.
Yo, yeah, that lawyer say, lady no, or show ye intino, wono atie asie, obefo wedi we say no, de abreye intino, wate asie. Yo, lawyer yenko ene eye dwumedie ne eso. Ene ye baba bedi enkomo afa eye edi edro asalam sika eho na ye de aba behia ewo baby. Enti wonim wo bi a wate ye kromi ase oni enkrata. Ye nyina ye nim se ansa na wo benya nkrata wo ekromi ase no ada se ebia watena ha 20 years wo ba wo kunu wo yire wagina wo kunu ana wo yire so ena de enya wo nkrata wagina wo ba so ena de enya wo nkrata ana se watena ha for 20 solid years. Watena ha 20 years, that's a long stay, no. Watena ha enya sa a long stay resident, no, with proof and I will be to me at the ayen krata. Say ni shemo awari krata no enye debium because the entire enye den requirement no too much. And I was so within the panel echo Ghana and son I would the application no atum. So will be to me the awari krata application atum ha. Nebia there is a tangible reason. Be a won't see me enko Ghana. And son I wait to me the application atum ewaha. Enti awari krata de etwegu eko. Ena awo enkrata awo ebia enye obia ene peso wo bi wo awo wie enti awo so nkrata sese no na aye fashion e wo so sese e wa ha. Another one ene say obesiki asylum obedi adro wo bedi adro no lawyer ene nkofo bebre keka obi o wa wo ano aba no afro sister bana me pacho me di adro na me lawyer see eno nti na me se share video no ema wo bi me lawyer see me di adro no ne de adro no kotum a na omo breme certificate of application lawyer mo yen application ko home officer letter na omo de bro no ye breme certificate of application say me di adro na metimi ayusu eno e de aware e wo kromi ha metimi ayusu eno e de aye sponsorship e wo ekromo ha say eno wo beyi ma no e wo along the way na ye kono obi wo hon so a was me kwa kodi aduro matesi yesi ye di aduro e di aduro no efa anase emfa enti no woti bia no asori no kodi aduro obi wo ho so a ofri Ghana na eba ebi a wo ye student ebi a wo de visited visa na eba ebi kura na oya aware wa wanante akọ registry akọ sign aya aware am yakofa ofri Ghana eba odru immigration sane wo hwe atmosphere no ene wo hwe nsem a ye busabusa no na wentimi a express ne ho ye immigration force ye detain o omo detain no no mo further investigation omo so okay wo kra wo say dey come back to Ghana enipa ne se me pa chodo ma ware na meba me the visited visa na eba me the student na eba me the care visa na eba ene me pa cho me di eduro ewo aha esei minya nko Ghana ebiom edie duro no yetimi revoke free monsam ana yentumi ene lawyer na ebedi we nyina eho nkomo aba besi eye good news aba ama wo mo di aduro modi duro edem opportunity ayese emfama mo stay ayese emfama mo enti lawyer mi jai e de ahye wonsa started from Asylum.
Okay. Bedase. Answer na yebeka asylum seeker for one say ene ya nche bes around 10 30 40 mo na mana me ya small meeting bintina me catch us na menya notification say Shamima Begu case no say nyina kaya young girls na omo travel ko Syria. And the case no a court special appeal tribunal court na immigration tribunal court na
yesiti again na no so mo gene British passport mo ma ne makrum ha bi mu no
mo appeal
Muslim na no o she black ma ye fi no
yeah we're losing the case no.
Wow.
Now there are some significant issues I will say the tuja now and maybe might be able to discuss this case in detail, but said the beya ye manon any abusia for be who and no be a cost immigration word. Now I was glad that this news came whilst I was on the program, so I said that I will share just a bit about it. Shamima Otu Kwamoko Syria. Now she was just 15 years old. No, yet. No, crowd. The lawyers argue is that she was trafficked for sexual exploitation and marriage, forced marriage, because she was 15 years at the Ninyansa say I say 23 years.
It's like 15 years now okra British passport at that time no they call
yes.
Syria no.
So she was born as a British, ya wonu ha nebusia do ni mama ni papa ya nwo mu ha so I'm say Bangladesh and no ya ba wo ne ha say ye meya ya ba wo mu ha ya ya British. The question here is Senkebia me find say the parents and the grandparents British heritage and ABM Kobasa, but a foreign national and abetna ha and awo and acquire citizenship by birth or hasi. So or whatever means. But the bottom line is or you British time pre-chrome ha akon. Not or you just 15-year-old. You're maybe or 15. Look at their mentality, their understanding. They see things different. And the obishe Syria online and ties in with different messages, different thoughts. And to say be a traffic, or bag hand or bag grab so but he traffic by deception. Some of the things she heard and ideologies that they sorry. It me influence and a man say when who say the but then I'm say or call baby a hono
Ako wo ho
nyina
no.
wiase nyina agitum sɛ adwuma a ɔmo di no ɛyɛ adwuma a ɛyɛ awudisɛm a affect nipa bebree. Ɛno nti yɛgye no British nationality no, the passport Sajid Tam no, and what different in some. To a different in some now more appeal internet and fana appeal specialist immigration appeal no, or more making decisions still now no, yeah, find British book no, and money be because of national security reason. Last year, I spoke about the new bill, Nationality Act now, Ban Borders Act, which I'm not going to
Lawyer, me pachonka, o ma me ntwro nto ho, ma twro. Nenka next week no, yenka what they say, Samina say wan no.
Shamima.
Shamima no, yenka na asem no against ye man na ya wo mo ha na, omukura dual citizen. Because na asem ne ba ye no we ewa pa. Enkomo bebre wo mu a ye man na ya wo mo ha na, omukura Ghana passport, any British passport. Me nyina kura both passport, but me last mo we my just me Ghana because of gay we issue no e ba ye no me ye ma just me Ghana passport e ma me baby a me woni bia empo kura no mo Ghana passport no me kotwam me kwa ka chem se mo ma de na wonu su ha say de ne nko a. The reason why e ba ye no gay cases by lawyers bebre kan ho asem because senka ya de again ne kura no okura one passport wa ehe na mo de na eko.
It's even go beyond. I mean, it's not even again. It's not even again or another passport crap per se. So, but with the next week, you know, you be call me.
Ewa pa ye beti me lawyer. Ye be
analyze
2
this
weeks.
case. If I just say,
Me se gay yi case ye de be fa ye nya de so aka bebe mu be ebe ko mu be 2 weeks so. Na che se ye man ne kra na kra gans ne hwan no.
Yes, they about as a criminality. One should a bit me or passport without notification. They say Home Office can revoke your passport without giving you notice to even put your defense.
Yenya salam for no yenka we na next week yanka salam na.
I'm said Tam no contupa Ebeka salam no kakraja say in salam.
Okay, and your lawyer yenya ne case na me fanto.
Na ya to your work
ya domo a because we ye kase ye kan yenya ye mawo ya bewu wo kromi ha no. Efa ye ho because case bi wo wa ye se wo ye je oba ne de amo ma na yetimi de mo nso mo de.
But then next week we're going to British national
asylum so
studying now all kind of asylum. I say titano ni esu ani Ghana ye say odi aduro nti adi aduro na enyina ye de anyini nti oba ha say na bia how binti usro so beko kroma na odi aduro. Na rofu say asylum seekers nti ye ne a yakodi aduro nyina no ye asylum seekers. Asylum ho anase adi aduro no over the last 2-3 years no say ho nsem na ayedin wo ekrom ha pa na yaka ho asem na yegusu ka ho asem said ye be ya be ma ye nuanom ye ne ye di aduro ye ne afi ne ye be di aduro ye nyina ya te ase ne ya follow due process ye nko e bibi nkoduro mfimfini na afi ye nu ye ho se ye tu sa anamo no no aka se mi hu yanka enso na akaechire se uba United Kingdom to me start here for be a oba and na magba omo hadada se uba be a free Ghana eba krom ha say na ufri se Ghana na ufri ho no udwane bibi enti na udwane ebia wo ye can say gay and lesbian and I say bia ahini bi ato na ye pewo akun na wo join some gang group bi and I say wo join aban bi na military mu kra no ka wo bia na wo ka wo attempt ku bi and na big there's a lot of things be a wo ye pewo akun and attack and ye persecute and say false imprisonment ade bi a be restricted with freedom it put you at risk no. Se wo was adwen no edi a udru ha port a nti odru port ubetimi akremu asalam no wo ho anase wan kremu a na ubewura mu a ubetimi afro mu the same day or the next day afro mu ese asam kese edimachi enche bia last year minya family bia no mo ba me nka bia no mo free ba na ensem a ekoso wo mkrum no ne nsem mu edu ye one ne kunu ne nsem ne kunu nso yobi a yenim ne pa manfo nim no pa that ensem a ekoso no ensem a ehu nkura ne dɔɔso oba no kura na ne ompese sa female genital mutilation be man pese ye ni be whole lot of situation into not necessarily pekwan bi so obusua ne pekwan bi so amanaba obeduru ye no mo frame nti so mbeduru na enra na echina na bi omeba my office ana mo be enra me fan se enra no ba ene no ba mo office my office ha ya no na ye kremu asala me free mo phone so ya ma na because this is frame no asema me catch mo say asem we se woda so na echiri wo ka se okokremu asema asalam na so kodi edru na ebema credibility abafo nti no yenko ni straight away it mean nyanya evidence cry free akra no school mu call in some way sisi ho no more letters just report a whole lot of situation omo doors no mo family ni doors nyame adom yetimi kranya salam support ama wo mu we say no omo eti home office amon baby omo case no ma consider and say there's element of risks for them to return may try and say send on biometric card no aba it is still na asala no yes say ebia eni ho ewo ho but the genuinity no ene le papa so the papa abefa so it is abusua no mu ba no omunim say bibi ekoso ewo fie enipa na a woyɛ saa enipa a osombo woyɛ enipa kese enti ni tirim nso eden obetimi kra soma hit and run obetimi asoma bodam ni bi no abobo otuko anaso okonwato enchen enti say nipa no okasa okofie even though obetimi aka chen say nipa no na otelending into oko betimi relocate to Abia Liverpool but the risk is high when nkura bebre o ma wo bebre ena ye can say nipa no si ba bia yenim nipa ye hu ma men kura bitimi hu emofra ne bi ba bia o ko school ana bi say into relocation enye feasible if you can see for mu ye nipa se ye ne a into omu gitu evidence ne ye we dey touch no bibia ekona kwa so enti ebi a wonso de no oba no we ye can say kojobesia we gay ana say we lesbian ana say visa oba unim akọ how bi muda two bedroom na se went me anklemu at port wa uko hu lawyer na office na mbetimi afre wo mu na o mabuku appointment to normally no ada say obi kremu no on the port ana so be from phone so na most people no na phone so into ofre o mu phone so na on be schedule meeting for a screening so your first interview no say you befa information kakra bi afa wo ho within baby I would say a debate into na wo kremu asam not into more details but at least get synopsis of your claim no omuye ni nyina wie a na yama wo okwaye your biometric no nyina wie na yama wo kofie na afei no o must send you ACK card and answer you can say application registration card no more asset the amount to unya sa ACK card na eno che se wakremu asalam obi ohonuma enam se wakremu asalam na ho chere ni ntino obetimi I go further to ask for asylum support ebi obema accommodation and also some subsistence support to be £1 £2 be obetimi de amano no omo de epema because wakremu asalam na ho chere no enti sa support ni nyina ewo ho after your screening no na efficacy for as to a na mo yimresi ho specific date and time SSI day we no obeba for your substantive interview and I say your main interview. Sa interview ni de more details pa no bebusa call more details, maybe a war, the see what blah boom at the quinty criminal, so they been no one criminal term, they been no criminal say, they been no application, a whole lot of thousands of questions. A whole no say, oh, crumha, maybe our applications be that to me the number. Obi on ma watena krom 15 years. Ye che na wo say okrimu asylum. Watena throughout the whole 15 years no when di eduro. Ayenya che na ne odi eduro. Enti ye ma wo main interview na substantive interview na. Ɛhɔ ne ye de ofa ne beba e de saa no mani nyina bebusabusa wo. What the interviewer want to know no say whether you are a credible person. I won't say what can a task and yen tro na wicha. And into no take mere. Na answer na other call for the substantive interview no. Na other say home office and answer wo ubeka chiro mu ese obi a here interpreter. Enti so ha na ebia or how be enti untimi nkofie ebia obrofo no enko anima. Feel free, tell them, say, Brofono, come. Now, untimin kind of more, and intino, ube here, yeah, can I say, or interpreter, our bow, to memo interpreter, say, oh, disability, so I can't you almost say, be our disability, be, and into be here extra support, or bebusa, and I say, when in Efria, and a 90 now, 90, and they cater for everybody. And so feel free, men can say ABR, you are scared, say ABR, who cook Okrima Saranasa, cook some more. ABR now they don't look after you. No, that they are there to make sure that you are safe, you are at a right place, and you are feel comfortable for your interview. During the interview time, no, say especially the substantive interview, no, say what bread, and also when your headache be, and now we ya, and now be ya to now free say untimi continue. Ubetimi aka achiro mu ese pese ojo ahome kakra because we yam ya to pese we ya huye and I uti ya ohia paracetamol and I pese also for few minutes. Enti that is the process. So from calling or telling them at port. Now ofro mu ni ya bookie for your screening interview and as your first interview ni de detail ni akofo fansem kakra. If you are near true, you send a biometric card, you can say ARC card in April. After that, no, you share a for substantive interview. Then no be hokrana after the screening interview, no, obi no 1 year background, young friend for the substantive interview. Obi 2 years yaba, you can say young friend for substantive interview. Obi so hanuma wako for the substantive interview and as a main interview, no. And so up to now, 1 year, about 2 years, about when ya a crown or money decision. And no, and last year, a banner at the bar said, Yahoo say here head cares and so croma. And into work criminal asylum over 1 year and 12 months, not one tea or munka, in ya make decision. Obey me, I apply for work permit. But the work permit has always been there. We started here work permit for asylum seekers more than 10 years ago, and we started doing for them. But the only problem is that at the time, we the man all right, but a juma most of the asylum seekers can do does not fall within the shortage occupation list. To be a senior position, being the asylum seekers, and so it be a crabby, and I'll meet me. I yes, man, and Tiana. Most lawyers, kakra and show said, "Ubitimi, I apply for work permit." But the work permit had always been there for many years ago. But now, say last year, I did healthcare, Ebeka shortage of occupational lesson, I just say, would you work permit now? You can work, as an asylum seekers. And Nipan Bibri, to sa anamono, Nasuma. Na omo akrema asylum dada yam fam omo 2 years 3 years obi kura there dem be 5 years so mu nyina agege work permit yo omo de eye adwuma. Now The beauty of the whole situation is that obviously life does not stop at the time you claim asylum. Life continues. So if I have claimed asylum 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and I haven't got substantive decision, I'm still waiting. Now along the line, many or baby shia, many baby be shia. Now me person me worry no chrome ha. Now me free say, and now me say I'm scared to go back home. And still now no, my life must go on. Yes, with Masco solicitors, we have had a situation. A lot of clients has come. I mean, from Zimbabwe, South Africa, more criminal asylum is still pending. Yeah, me adum omushi omu kania ompese omu ware ye omu krata ye de ama omu niba enso ye de ma wo mo. Because why? The asylum case is still pending. The fear is still there. You cannot go back because if you go back, you are at risk of facing persecution or risk of death or risk of attack or a whole lot of situation. So because the risk is so rare, no, and and yeah, the bit my home office, work as a nipa also coffee no worry. But most cases, no, when you put in the application for maybe a spouse or asylum no now the spouse application tomorrow, they will come back to you no more catch or say woman who say oh another application there already a application here asylum and withdraw one. So always will be say or withdraw your asylum no. But you need to have a lawyer who understands what he's doing. It's not you are withdrawing because you don't have fear again. You are withdrawing. Your fear is still ongoing. It's still your risk of returning to your home country is still rare. But the fact remains is that you've now met your spouse and you want to switch to spouse route. And I want you to consider the application under spouse route. But the reason why I cannot go back and form that relationship is because the fear is there. So you have to be skillful to know how you can manage those situations. Yes, I'll be to withdraw application asylum now. Now the spouse application at home. Now, if you can say for black culture, home office black culture, say because they say I will draw asylum, no more free say we fear no, it's no more there. Our day and the bit make fear no more refuse. So you need to understand how obit me manage such a case. So obi be some say a dear bay and na say grounds bay but I be a dear meet me gina so a dear akremu asylum. Na no na make asa make kan bi Mr. Takan say be on my political reason obi hodoma ebia sex orientation or ye gay and or lesbian obi on so hodoma ebia female genital mutilation my twetwetwa wo mu obi on so a ebia henie obi okra na o say which the which camp a whole lot of reason, but the reason must be part of the conversion definition. And of course, the conversion definition is that you're part of specific social group. If once you are part of the specific social group, so we can say it's a political reason is part of it, gay part of it. And see, all those reasons are free say fear ebeba and I say you better attack or no. Once you can share those information with a credible evidence, no, and if the Home Office will consider your application. So me the basic hand on our question because my fellow gap now. Mr. Voice no call. Nse me nim se me ma ha dia.
Yo, yada
Okay.
lawyer say, say lawyer chirema ababesi, baby a wachiremu abesi ne say, wo application, and now say wo application Home Office say what the draw still pending say what seeking asylum wo kromi ha say ya na ademu for 1 year also last year by say mamo working permit no there was working permit no wo ho da waye bi for the past 10 years ni a year a draw for no say grant mo a dear draw na passport ye de be ma mo no eno na omo de ba beto so no because unyusu eye Ghana passport o ye Ghana ni enso ye ma wo Ghana passport me pa cho ma ye free so ye ma wo Ghana passport na emom no omo be ma wo eye travel document wo ma tra kire eye United Kingdom eno no eye deceiving enkofo bebre free say ye mo omo sa eye travel document na ya tra kire eye Great Kingdom, United Kingdom of a Great Britain and Northern Ireland na eye no mo fu say e bia ye British passport na ye de ama wo mo no momo de no eye refugee certificate and as a refugee eye passport certificate of traveling certificate yeah no enti se wadi dro na wadi dro no omo approve mama say eno omo de be ma eye sa passport ye da so yi eno omo de be ma mo passport no eye unique eye different from eye Ghana passport from eye British passport ena omo de ma mo a enye indefinite straight away omo ma mo eye years 5 years na after 5 years no odi ehwede omo ede ebeye ewo eso lawyer me say na ene no na ye can be say home office de aba say omo ye fresh application license so ye ma omo ye permit nya adwuma ana
me pacho my two question I say yeah
omo ye fresh application me fa ne say obi wo ho a ene odi aduro ene no odi aduro a e wo se home office ma no permit a wo de be ye adwuma ana say e wo se wo train for 1 year.
From what I know, no, say Ukremu, I can say Ukremu asylum for over 12 months. Then you can apply for work permit, no. But I did one last year for Biano Ukremu within 6 months, so I don't know whether the rule is so Ukremu ya with me. I make application for asylum.
Okay, for working permits no. Okay, lawyer, what about say me fan say obi edi aduro. Odi aduro no na di duro certificate na ye de man no. Onim say ade aduro na wadi nya ade bibi papa bia be free mu ba ye mfa ma no because oni enough evidence oko ne first screening ne kra no. Ohun say ne first screening no ankoye. Ye refuse no but ono anim say nya ade a ebekoye. Enu nti no why application ne kwato mu no ne certificate ye de ama na kire se wadi aduro no ana na application home office no obetimi agina sa application no ayi certificate of application so na ode aswehye akọ sponsor work tier 2 visa ana so betimi agina certificate ne so e de aware application wa ha.
Sir, question, a very good question, pal. I think somewhere October, November last year, as a mekaya, obi diedro, and oba se was switch to sponsor. Na okoye no manfa amano, and oba hase. And this person had already called me, and I catch and say, the issue with asylum and then asking for work permit is a bit complicated. The reason is a work permit, no, who apply for work permit here, you have to show, say, you were not overseer at the time of your application, you were not overseer. So, and I said, breachy immigration rules. Until people that fall within that category no, are students. And then a lot of students were switching because on breaching immigration rules. And then in Katani, he has right to work for a certain time. Who could have visit visa, you cannot switch to any route, so therefore you cannot make an application here. Switch to tier 2 visas, just a coffee. The EU1, EU4, the EU so the same thing. Obi no EU application, a certificate of application. Certificate of application allows you to work in UK. Now, omo ejinaso. EU with it one was successful. The There was other one, it was not successful. And I can understand why it was not successful. And I explained to the client the same way I was explaining to you. Say, sometimes it depends on the caseworker. But with your case, when you came here, there was a break. On Bahanomo as a student, and I was switching to spouse. And the time or year an application as a spouse on no, na ni visa na ye student na emui. So when no man certificate of application. So there is no gap. And see, no. If you get same for the man, no, because it's a even though time na ni EU application in demo no. Ne nkrataa no awu, the student visa na awu mu nsɛm. But awu mu nsɛm. Into our argument is also more the emano because it had a value. Even though with EU 3C doesn't apply, and so more the man working. But this particular one, no oyo overstayer. So and our uni and all koje working. And almost almost farmer because well not we nin krata into ne yi our dem kra no mun conclude wi into my farmer me catch no na on tia so like matis into the enye but the coin no ohun and the farmer no enti I in person I always tell them say if you know there's a gap before you were granted certificate of application, don't try to switch because if you get a difficult caseworker who really understand what he's doing, he will easily refuse it. Because even though the certificate of application allows you to work for limited time whilst your application is pending, whilst your application is pending, you can. So you can stand on it and say, I have a right to work, so I'm switching. But that is not for the purpose of giving you the certificate of application. Sometimes what we get it wrong is some circumstances in Tibinia de and Kratana movie. Na in age so say, oh, because you're my way. So I remember a COVID time no. Na a lot of people make COVID time no in na the year Juma 112 be. Na untimin coffee. So to we issue direction say untimin coffee. Clients say me nimu omu omo awayere a won person be coffee akoware ayen krata no. I'm free na say mon fabrication entum say yeah. So because it's not to me coffee to abuseni wa betimi. Any ye spouse or marriage application or married spouse application and kura enim I also mo call if you know. Debri
omutimi ye wa ha.
It me anti say client be kono ka say oh na me name ye ni ba enti lawyer Frank Jemai so ebia no nka mu details
no because ne wo nyina so
it wants not client to be affirmed. Now to me watch room say okay this is the circumstances enti ne ye enti ebia ono ko ba bi na okoka I say oh they mu marry kra ma worry and mu worry na ebanim kra bi ya enya no kresa. There are more details, more to it than just a simple say, but unfortunately, na baku etu mu ani nyina yigina so. Na fe social media obi can be na pressure better lawyers so. To go and say some lawyers no more compromising, no more those application. And to the bottom line is with asylum seekers, yes, you can apply for work permit, and once you get work permit, you can work as a carer.
Okay. Enti no na chese aslam seka for ne de yes once on benya permit no betimi aye adwuma ase eye kera lawyer Matthias o but na me pese me busa bibi say aslam seka for no yenim say last year ye ma wo mo permit say omo maye adwuma specifically no omo nkoye care adwuma
Okay
me pese me busa say enne me abonas campaign maye medi adru me di adru no mo bra me certificate of application ha.
Asylum, they don't give you certificate of application. They give you ACK card.
Okay, card na ye de be ma no.
Yeah, and non America say from what I know, because I don't know whether the rules changed this year or last week or this week, but from last year, the rules was very clear that if you have claimed asylum and it's over 1 year, you can apply for, 12 months, you can apply for work permit to work in the healthcare industry. The reason to me or healthcare is healthcare is not part of, say the make the applying for work permit for asylum seekers had always been there, but you can only work for a juma a world shortage occupation list so and I'll be to me aye. And last year near day healthcare ebe can ho. But also at 20 years say a
Matthias.
be to me apply for work permit because of healthcare. No. The healthcare the work permit no application no, had always been there. But the reason here people are using the healthcare and they say, yeah, the healthcare became shortage occupation list in the last year.
Mhm.
It is a way asylum seeker can apply for work permit here. Then of course you can work as a health carer. If I just want.
Ah,
But I don't know
okay.
say net who asylum may apply for work permit straight away. I'm not too sure about that, but I guess possibly yes, because the demand for healthcare is very, still high. So possibly maybe yes, but I don't really like to say things that I haven't read by myself. So I'll be a bit careful to say, "Say, I'll asylum, I'll be to apply for work permit." Who knows? Maybe I will cry, who claim asylum, and the next day you be make a decision or application. I refuse, and I said the next 2 days you be make a application a decision on your application. So it will be a bit controversial on that part.
Yeah, that lawyer see me beautiful lines atum lawyer ewraba ne issue no enie mehu ewa ha sesi ada we dey me say wasesa we free nkremu ma na wo e na waja ni tirinwi agusu sese wasoro waja ni tirinwi agusu BBC news for dey abeto waja ni tirinwi agusu a sese no ne ho ayefe on tene siria ho agene pa ne ho ayefe ana wo wa ha na wo mode ne ko back na
No, other one
ene ho
serial.
agene
So
e
they
ho
say when
agene
23 years.
e waje no because utama ni case ne baaye na almost started the baaye no na wo she all black bi waye mobo bi no te anwea bi ho but we de no ho aye fepa won tena ho waje no yo adofo ye beautiful lies no e de atum any question na person ubusa lawyer bia no feel free obetimi ebusa no emfa ene nkomo na ye die ne ho kra na mepacho obetimi ebusa lawyer numbers no mepacho ma me se waye amon nto was dia ne WhatsApp YouTube Emma maybe because omubusa 0044 75024227 na Kwame Eugene wo sere Kwame Eugene ni nipa wa ono awon ewi aso obi o wa na ope wa sempa so no san town ebi ni Kwame Eugene lawyer wo sere Eugene hello mid of me pacho yenko
Hello, lawyer Pacho, good morning. Auntie Abna, good morning.
yes darling sweetie good morning Dofopa
Pacho, we better be this lawyer say. Say, we are students, we are masters, now, crum her. Now, say, Okofa dependent, eba in the middle of the way now. Obetimi at na high proxy marriage. But one fancy so say, well, I feel now, Pesa Okofa Nipano. Obetimi a proxy, and I say, be advice about such as Ghana, a whole Nipano.
Okay. Proxy marriage there, obi aye Ghana ni bia no obetimi aye. It doesn't matter say bia we a student and I we a student. Because Ghana you will a kwan bebre marriage and as traditional marriage. Just to them need free say own to me into crying coffee because of the personal circumstances. Yeah, yes, you can do it. So please which my coffee no pay ordinance marriages, but yes, you can do it. So nothing stops you from doing proxy marriage.
Pacho, and my last question is buy maybe out a family house, who need tenancy agreement. I heard so start the application, I will be here tenancy agreement. Because of the family family no so not a rent for family, but a rent to rent into need tenancy no. A bed then I will me approve it as well.
application via efficacy also shows that only so you need to tell them, you need to convince them, say, this is where I live. Now, Mikun and I'm here becoming one, or when you baby without the cost of public fund. It is the only openet, and I only is only benetti. So due to say, opening Panabacasa. Now, open my letter, say, one more point, a safety now, Mutsimono, or ye and I open the bar, Ubitini, and then Arsenal. And see, without constituency agreement or mortgage statement and a letter and a copy of the person ID to confirm, say, I'm now right, there's a space to live in, which means that you have not able to convince if you can say, oh, baby, and to only baby to the only mean confirm of this time account. If I just want it.
Na sister,
you can just draft a letter.
And you just draft a letter. Now, you will baby our more no. What year no? One more can. So bet me my letter so what to and yes, I also a connect behind tenancy agreement.
Because that's a family house in India, I say, my uncle, no rent free private landlord into only to me but tenancy. But I'm not saying, Mr. Say, the at least you bet me quite draft a letter, be our bit me a tron deal, say, yes, submitting in Chay, be out do no be mona on a mobile babbits, and be sana say. Lawyer, I'm betting me a boy.
Lawyer, me patcho was so or no of a natural letter say. Mamma was up on Patchomina, so no of a natural letter say, Ninchen or tear. Now, the new Kunuba be accommodate to the new Kunan, so you okay.
See, the issue here is a Dana warrant. It's not just tenancy agreement or it's not just letter, but office also want to consider, say, a be a Dana Kana Mutimunyo overcrowded.
Okay.
There are a lot that goes into being. Obviously, individual cases, but they're all kinds. Say,
No fano.
Then ABM say 3-bedroom no rent, but you have farm not space or say Ukruba which me allow another person now now we have it now. Then fair enough which I'm a letter. But what it is if you come across a very difficult caseworker, the caseworker will say that the tenancy agreement of that particular building here.
And you would
there were offer demo. And to offer we provide the evidence a down or renting. So now offer let's come. But if the tenancy agreement states as a restrict occupant, and the assuming tenancy agreement is 2-bedroom for your uncle and his children, not provide a copy of the tenancy agreement, not collect a difficult case worker will say I down a 2-bedroom. I say one for or money, and to Mukra.
To where the Nabeka home.
Overcrowded, which is a health and safety issue. So you have to think on a lot of things and know, say, okay, they are Michael, a policy or mortgage statement of it their support and our tenancy agreement for their support. Or the tenancy agreement support would it raise any question about a case where connection so I refuse to know.
Me patcho so what you say.
That means you could be now in the tenancy agreement. I saw Monk of Sefi or
Uko Bobby me patcho, I had a yemobi waha. I had a yemobi, I had yansa for a few white in patcho, my minyao. Lawyer Frank and Nimudi, me lawyer see the months of her. Yo, me patcho man, I'm Mujina, and I'm in Famono, Miss Remo. May I sorry, move me afre. Numbers, none you know, good screen is why 004475024222799. 004475024222799. WhatsApp ne so no ne me ensanyi na no eye adwuma ofra me modin aha. Hello me dofo pa me patcho ye ko. Key holders.
Hello, Sister Abenam Pacho Yamia.
Yes, darling, sweetie, yeah, why uncle?
Sister Pacho, me ma any adwuma
Me da say.
Me na me here audio ni de buy no. Lawyer Frank nyame sraw.
He oba program is wa say.
Me Sister Abenam me number no. Me my sister nintia. Enti na wonhunu ye no. Me ta fra papa.
Sa? Enye fra wo fra mi asem na mi busaw. Eye simple.
Program ne pa me man kofon so etie papa
Enti ba ye ene de wa hye wo ho.
Sesi na me baye.
Aha, wonya nkrata ni tie on se lawyer wo jai hweba. Enura na wonya nkrata no, sesi aye be pon yi na fe no waba. Enti we no obenya nkrata ebedi busome no. Ah? Okay. Say enura na okwaje ne nuoma, enti we no wachemu enne no kra de ye be pon afe no waba. Enti we obenya I said no way. Oh, say lawyer. Oh, we ya o say no no wadwan ye be obenya busome no na chese ya promote no ko senior clinic. Enti no kra de won hwe biom. Yo, ye da urade ase why? Je sra wo sre.
Nyamisha oni mascot for especially fia.
Efia. Yo, Efia broni. Efia baby a wo bia. Yo. Efia buade wo ho. Efia. Oh. Efia jo ha 5. K. Aha. Bye. Yeah, that's it. Hello, me dof me pacho yenko.
Hello.
Yes, darling, sweetie yenko.
Good afternoon, Brandon lawyer.
Good afternoon, sweetie.
Nyamisha mo pani adwuma pa mo ye.
Amen.
Na me frɛ adase na mo program is so anu papa mi abaye na mo so ma lawyer Frank. We dey men kai ya won so lawyer Marshak.
Oh.
Yeah, me nuanu away my ye dana sit bebre. Yeah, there was but yes, I say that was it.
Wobwa sister number we mi hu sa afre me mi hu wobwa number mi hu sa afre me ba enye hwe se wo se we wo ba ye na wo ba wa hye
me share with me platforms we program we there na so kwa me yes akopa me chi ban so aba na se mi nwane mu na aba ntinya mi hwa mo
yo ene wo nuanom nyina no mo ba de a ene wo ne hye ase ana wa fe no aba so ene wo de wo ye good citizen wo ene wo ye good citizen wo de wo ye good citizen ti ye da ase wa Lawyer Frank ene de am say aboso ba de nkwa ne de bo yo madam so mase sister wo bo awo number we mi hu sa afre me mate mamunya show obi nya ne de okwa adwuma waja hon so nya ne de na obeda ho ahoache ahomache na obeso program de mayen so e na okwa adwuma eyi krachi bi so wo so lawyer krachi nya ne nkrata onya ne nkrata wo so sese a onya ne nkrata on de ntokwa bebre hello me dof yenko wa ho WhatsApp no yenko mpacho.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, darling. Good morning, sweetie.
Pacho Apome.
Nyameda sushra yen.
Pacho, I am pretty busy as in the Kakra. Mr. Duo UK, one look about fan. Now, about fan and not our ma a being dada. But all your loss their own fan and ban and count. So, that big guy and a casafa and I go to the back. And no jail and then ban war. To see, no bisa there. So, pedoko fan and bana.
Oh, aha na wa ba no bra woni problem kra fa lawyer number na ka kire wo sister ne say fa lawyer number na ka kire wo sister ne say on frɛ lawyer Frank why say ye wo no ane bade a wo woni problem wo frɛ lawyer bi a wontimi nye lawyer Frank nkoa why enti fa lawyer number Debbie ehun hia frɛ lawyer why hello me nya be my enko me dofo pa yes boss eyewa
okay me person me bisa lawyer asam kakra
pacho bisa
me a student and I'm back from my visa ne be next year January ba me ba na me ne me girlfriend and the wo ba me person me ko Ghana na me ko ware no na me de ne ba ba me ye application ma fancy so say me wa yere ana me wo girlfriend na say si ana be ko ware no de na ba no e look we suspicious
Emma wana okay
okay what I know is maybe school so September
yeah Okay. Lawyer me pacho bremai.
Go school no bibia.
Our dear, they are now relationship. If you are saying now, what form of relationship?
Mm.
And it's how you go by your case. And to know, maybe how more on not the time, not enough of her. If you are saying now, most is the idea is that when your girlfriend, boyfriend. If you are saying now, most is the idea some your boyfriend, girlfriend. Now, after more move from boyfriend to girlfriend, I'm going to our for nothing stop you from that. And so with me, now the application up to myself about.
Okay.
But you would need evidence of what's our conversation now, and then a chat here, say, maybe a relationship cost. If that's also I think.
Me das.
Me pacho ever no sikasam say bia ahe and I was a minya and as a obano so
Okay.
into account to and I bisa.
So who is student?
Oh, you're a student.
Pacho me a student.
What do you buy also need maintenance requirements?
Me pacho ya his and I was a minya to my account.
Me pacho jira so lawyer check e de abanti ma me fo bi fofo. Oh, London.
That me was outside London. My address no war outside London, Brighton.
Okay, lawyer hwehwe Brighton financial trust holder benti ugina so. Okay, hello me dof me pacho yenko. Yes, boss.
Patron, person bisa, my sister Organa, not or ye healthcare or US. But Organa, Basisiano, person who so bet me up have a healthcare nana.
Oh yeah.
Healthcare win.
Okay, me pacho and we betimi abaha.
Pacho.
Okay.
I will yambwa, ben for later now.
Me pacho han frame me.
And I may brush
Okay, wujina so. Lawyer, enipa na wo hia financial threshold no hia say 1,000.
Our lending, we have 334 per month. Times 9 months.
But I say,
Gina so.
334 times 9 months.
1,334. Oh, hia say 12,000.
Yes, 12,000. If it's in lending, the outside lending, 1,023 times 9 months, with 9,207.
Me pacho lawyer so hia 9,207.
and the pacho also me yes 9,000 to my account.
I was thinking, I was that's how you see the application. We did 28 days.
It was all the 28 days.
The thing in our way that I'm our spouse here also shows that we have that money.
Bra me pacho what you say?
Na me pacho me na me kwa fara no so here schedule an account man.
Maintenance no either say about you and if I also
Yes, lawyer what you say? Lawyer say ada say ye wo ana wo yire ne ne wo. Enti wo maintenance na wo yire ne hia sika bi ada na account.
Oh okay, pacho ma.
What you say? Okay, me pacho wa wo busa teacher for no ye wi afre me. Me send the teacher for link am why? Okay. Hello, made of me pacho yenko.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, darling, good afternoon.
Pacho, person this lawyer said, case now, but almost Shamiro, yeah, a passport in the finish was born here, no. In this case, which nationality and which passport is he going to have if he's in
Obenya Syria passport. Lawyer said there be so. Lawyer, miss the case, you me and can next week in yes, I am far course.
Yeah, very good question. But next week we're going into details. Such a person, he can become a stateless.
Hey.
This idea, Bangladesh no one knows. if they don't allow her to get a passport, she can become stateless in a bit Syria or no. And the Syria no, of a sort of Syria government no so on the door. It's just a one way also of so as an only a passport that was Syria. But I don't go into all these details. It's a very good question. Some people, I had a client some years ago, almost in a passport, over a stateless. So we have to now find a way to deal with this contention. But next week, I told you that nationality because then you know you have a final destination. British book. Then you British book now, and no, and send which nearby. I'm a young especially a Maya who we need to understand these things so that we can help them, we can explain to them to understand the consequences of their actions. Is there any idea here? A person next week, we're going to share now.
I lawyer, matro, one matro idea to her because on any case, Nidia, a case ya yenina no, was saying ya walk into munina and ye timmy gina the case in this so. Na ye de because man, question you be busaye, make crown a million home sow. It may find necessary do ba. Eko Ghana, ye gen a British passport feeling sama. Ghana president will be to me decide say ya wuni krumi ha. Ghana ni.
It depends on the and then the Home Office now need to try the case. And it's now some people deport them, they are not urging. We all deport now.
Patrojina so why?
So you say you are Ghana government say won't me money travel document because there's no evidence.
And no crowd the omo yes no de nkeye. And no de nkomo. Sa Ghana ye deport obi na Ghana embassy ka say o ye nimu no onye Ghana ni ntie ma ne nkoye ma na yi eno de nkeye say ne no ane say ekuroma ya na ye do betwene. Oh, ntie no de ye but ye de wakodu Ghana.
Enka ye ju nkra telefon say na wo krom ha to fight it now. It's a bit easy than say ya give through
now what other country? Ah.
Now person can be real. Now new rules on the buy say what to find now for national security need some other reasons being your mouth if it's not your passport without telling you
what to find oh lawyer next week hello me do for me pacho kasana yenko
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I am Pacham Bisa about new Home Office that by High Court ruling now by European citizens, it has been a case that they can't apply for indefinite, or when your pre-citizens you can't apply for indefinite. Would it be automatic say
me ba chama menye ne say ma lawyer em say wo ba ha be kan lawyers ni nyina be kan say omo the case bi ba ya high court ka say say wo ye EU ni na wo pre-settler 5 years automatically no na ka qualify for indefinite no Home Office for contending against it no say me pa cho say bra no na wo pesa obusa or the atoso ona obusa say emi say this week and last week and conforce and DB say Home Office a lose case enti emi say no person who say in this pacho say in this case you automatically 5 years next one you qualify for your indefinite who ya so be application be an assessing
we are waiting for directions. Home Office will issue directions. So lose case now what it is they go through another process. So now when you do guidance, and then follow the guidance. It is one lose case in good news but we have to wait for the guidance.
The guidelines, okay. Hello, me pacho yen kolo ye you. Yes, darling pacho ye wa.
The person in this lawyer says, 2.5 years, what we knew for the third or second time. Now we are over 30 hours, but still now buying support to Kakra to pay your bills, which means invite to mommy and
So we invite you for visiting, no problem. Plus, all person for then you definitely answer or a British book.
This am patcho say what Osu betimi e invite na manaba. Oba as a visitor ba ontimi ma metena ha say so oba abeje nkrata. Yeah, ubetimi why? Hello, made of me patcho yenko. Yes, darling, yewa.
Na me nhyira me dey simple me say a draw for so we dey a draw fa ne say maka say bibi ntimi enko Ghana bi mu me fa say me dey a draw me Ghana ni me dey a draw say me nya dey nya metimi akọ Ghana bi mu na akọ as a visitor
Na say wa watwa ho asu o Ghana lawyer say there be
so we dey a draw time we dey a draw nyina on to say be on your British passport. And so now bit me a call chrome. So could I even indefinite because ever my travel document. Yeah, my yeah, can say Ghana passport. The reason to my Ghana passport, I will say chrome one year, only a train so near to Quantire, I was through. Tia whoso after kind so I could react Ghana it's Naji, Uncratane the amount.
Enti after 10 years na jo British passport to there and the British passport to me country bi aso.
Oh, yeah, British.
What I say, ba wo pa obetimi akofa wabusuafo do ma bo wo ma me no papa no nana.
Okay. Okay, by this after so when you British passport and
Debbie ukura the lawyer okura ne travel document
Yeah, travel document.
Ubetimi de akofa wo ma ba. Enye card na e de ama mo no wo mo grant wo idea dro no obo ma wo travel documents ye de passport to be to screen ni so. Eno ne travel documents no eno no enye indefinite eye wo travel documents e be 5 years ubetimi de akofa wa busuafo aba hwe wanya
no it depended who for my very secondary union or argument say ABA they are at risk in Ghana. So it's ABA would woman and answer Obano or Honomono. Because they say you have been exposed, no more affect you. They can also be injured or be or killed in Ghana. In that circumstances, you can also bring them.
Me da say me pacho what you say anti adie no o maami wu kura wo nko papa wu a wo nko na o diska amane
na betimi akosi krofofo so akọ
eno de ye pacho ha de ye nye ne eno anu aka no na wo kosi krofofo so a se o passport ye be stamp mo wo wura Ghana enso so a nye airport kuro ya me va ne se wo Nigeria
makosi krofofo so na mafaka akọ
ende say ye wa wasem ende obi anim hello me dofo pa ye nkwai yes darling nya mi atumo
afa back me am say na meka no pacho me aunt bi na owo UKCC na to man e de kofa no na okonya 1 year ni but be man ya man no wa ma wa fa ne mba me say ngoso afi ni banka na ade kono ha ofe na ofa tisi no we no ebe 2004 2024 enti na ko be say obi say obi so switch ko skill not go find them by because the BBA friend be too much of na on fa only me feel so but obes okoba no to who do you know
lawyer obi a owo aware nkratas no betimi asosia ba
so our dear so who are parents so who are students so who are skill visa so you can always switch.
Oh, that's good. Me pacho lawyer say ni obetimi why
me pacho you
okay
me friend
okay hello me do for pa me pacho your last caller what was happening enko
pacho staff na person me visa for semenya COS ni bi atoana
yen ton COS enti ope sponsorship wa oko online a obenya sponsorship ni bi e wo ho ogugo se ope sponsorship for nurses and carers a obenya bi ana wo hia mo a ye wi afre me
I tell you because visitors, Oma controlling in your pass, but aka COS.
Ai, COS obetimi anya bi free ewo Google ko Google abenya bi ewo ho. Why? Into here any help nso abetimi afre me. Medofo pa me pacho aha ena ye di dwumadie no ebesie enti lawyer number ena ewo eye screen so no eye lawyer Frank number ena ewo so office number me pacho frɛ office number no rather than so be friend in a mobile number o friend na buku appointment a lawyer ene wo bekasa anase wo pese wo buku appointment ekohu eye mascot lawyer Frank nso so a me pacho one wo ebekasa ewo ho obekire wo nneema mu ene wo ho adansidie nkofo edi efa ne ho a waya ade enipa ya ade a wo se ayeye lawyer na sere ya se why straight bi say ana
Nah, guys, I say you trust with that.
yeah lawyer Frank dear asemuni yeah
Say it's your opportunity. Send me your hodoma. Now I was say you can say ya hu ya na more to 2 years.
Green street ne ka ba na nkofo frefro so ka se mama lawyer yi modo asesa hey lawyer the lawyer aha lawyer Frank Sransa no akona na obeye adwuma afa na abo 12 na waye wanimu straight say ya edit way ha edi asem kura ni smart etiefo enu nti na da bia na me ka kire mo say before wo be frɛ wo program so no ensem a mo kan ya mo nra ho kakra because enye me nkwa na mete ha ono ye lawyer ana wo de ewias wonim nipa wo hwew ewo ahasen enti mesra mo da bia no ye ba mo hu se me ne lawyer for enu nti na me nkwa metena sia se me nkwa na mete wa me si for obi bro ene de me nkwa matena si de ene na minya ho first no na me nkwa metena se de a ene ensem no mi yima mo maako ne me bie phone lines ato me se busa me de obebusa me bia because me question bia ni wa bebusa me afa migration yi ho a me abana minim de minim no me ka kiro se me pa cho join me eda sei me ne lawyer ebeba enti lawyers no me no mo wa ha enu nti mimi program so bia no obeti kuntunkuni obeti premark obeti hwanwan obeti hwanwan because eye kasa kwa ena me de kasa ntimpam cho lawyer Frank de akada ko obesori agya ye ho ye te ha na abehu se wasori afiri na kunya ne so no atwa wose me ko next week we be me next week ono
mo ha kura no mo hu me
wose ma ha kura no hu ni bio ye ba ye the mascot abeto de ne mascot photo ne nko agiro ne ne di komo ana lawyer Mary na ebi obeba Oscar so de oma Oscar beto na table so ne ne ha meti ha nka enti no ano no what you say enti me pa mo chew ana
okay say ye denia na ye boa ye ho so ntense bi ka no ina nim de oti ye nyina bonten I can say ntoto ye na sipasipasa bi to say de be ya e betimi aboa ye nyina no entina ya na pesa T40 ase say idea yi bia for genuineness and honest way and in a way to benefit our own community. But the radia say said the idea bedroni mascot solicitors we are so privileged and mutie and some of the two the the uncle ye monfanche our aim is to make sure say you bet me abua community na genuine legal advice here bit me rely on as a people, the Ajua Jumana be a delay kakraba fache, work in progress, or how kakra, but you be making sure say we look after everybody. And so be our baby or who say we do our possible best to make sure say all our clients are being catered for. To say delay kakra, munya butrema, and I'm fine, Parbonia, Mapantachi, infantile skin pay outreach program. Is doing a lot for community. Nipan Bibreba said they all kind of ABI and Kenya program here and command semi. So it's going a long way to help a lot of people. Those days here now media was restricted and now there was no access. Nipan nya self future nti nipa bebre atoto musika egu baby basa. And so now program be saying say nipan bebre hu ekwan no tenene ɛna you kan tenene no nso a na ofa so a ɛde wokɔ wie nkonimdie. Yɛdamase Mascot Solicitors, we do everything in litigation, wills and probate, immigration, asylum and nationality, and of course sɛ wotɔ dan anaa wotɔ wo dan wotɔn wo dan a wobɛhu yɛn a yɛbɛtumi aboa. Nyame ɔnka mo ho ɔnyɛ mo kɛseɛ na ɔhwɛ nyinaa so na yɛbɛsan hyia nyame ama next week Wednesday.
Lawyer Pastor Frank, Pastor Lawyer Frank. Pastor Lawyer Frank. Next week nyame ya adom aka kyerɛ afia sɛ before I best start na me pese me ne kasa e wa ha. Why? Me pese me ne afia me hu no. Me ne afia obetena ha. Say every week be any one of our staff obeba betena ha. Ne atia ne te say de ne lawyer America sa ye no. They say all the lawyers montron to lawyer bi abeba bia no do staff ba ko beba na oyire. Oyire kasa wie na staff aba. Wo ba na do ba beka ho ne yapon. Okay, lawyer, I don't know Frank Osre. Yeah, that must be me da lawyer Efia so ase Efia or no crowd onye lawyer. Yeah, da sister Efia ase. O wunu obi ye adwuma na onya nipa ho abotre obuade because ya na lawyer ye krom for Ghana for adwuma no. Ya na adibu onim. Okotena Ghana ni lawyer anim kura jo bejojo wunu ebinumu o. Jo mu be jojo wo ne tia obetia tia wo minim lawyer papa bi yeso kokora na akoma so say kan ntem kasa ntem ne ko so ne ko entu ko nyina na ayem hyehew opia no afre sister pacho asem nam sna ni lawyer o se me kom lawyer o so ne misro se mebusa no wati ase enti no ukọ Ghana ni lawyer ho na ye ma good reception o mo respect o mo wa enye common. Enti sister Fia baby a wo bia ye da ase men se so na me wo se sana bi nya ho complain a ya na me san ba betena o me ba betena beka why enti lawyer ye da ase ye da wo bibiara wo ne ye tena ase ase ye da ka che lawyer Mary se ye chia no aha lawyer Easter ba Mother's Day so ba o ebom lawyer Mary we next week okay. Aha yo etie for ye da wo bibiara wo ne yetena se afiti anopa bepem sa bre wo a wan share no me pa cho share ema wunua bi na wunua enso so nye program like this no dwumadi a ye di no aboa nkofo enye omo UK ho omo a omo wo other country. Is it not 3 weeks or a busumini January no ending of January obi frame me a ofri Dubai abekromi ha. Hey bra wo be ye den da eyi na ne ye beka ye vi wan transport okese no omo ka container eyi transport akese no bra yi se one na down for baako aba nyame adom ye beka ne dada last year asemo afei na omo enioma go through a omo aba na bra yi frɛ me wo hu de wonye sister bena me se ya mo frɛ me amomre me sika aba enka wo frɛ ye sister bena ye di Dubai sika aba no wa yi bi na de aba sister he na awo sister bena kyerɛ ba bi awo awate ase aha na mo di sika na eba nyame na wa hyira mo fefefe enye sister bena ye da asio yes sister bena da asio enti program like this no emboa nipa baako eboa nipa bebre empem ena eboa wo mo enti se wo baso a na wa hye na wo di ama wo bi obi wo a onya de wo hwehwe wi a program ekora wo maso biom ohu program na no obu na nichie ohu program na no watwam o si Sabenes kimpe de obai de o kasa dodo enso kasa tintia ena makasa na ade nya won krata kasa tintia na makasa no waware na aguo no ayeye kasa tintia na makasa ama wo mana social for G wo mo na awurade na meso ama social for de wo ma braw kasa tintia breskin bende ye awurade sister de ye o kekem ma kekem wogu asuma ma enne no wafa won to mapa e de fra na Ghana fo na sabi ninkaye sabi yedidi wi a na de ano twitwiri fom yedidi wi a na ewura fi Abnes campaign meti hay obi a minimum ne da mitimi de me passport to ho esan atwerechiri sister ya chi obi o sister ya yese yo makọ guarantee King's College Hospital dem so many me power. Sister obi awo ye say ye beji niska e wo so obi be sign ni kunu wei oni ni kunu na tifie panso ni kunu so obekọ animu because ni nkrata na abana na makogina na sign na ma sign 3 years ago. 3 years ago me di me gold set gold pure gold enya abrochire gold Ghana gold eko guarantee ema obi ewo kromi ha ema obi wo kroma me ekoyi no yekoyi ni pani free prison because no mu hia guarantor gold me sanye mom omo ma me ya we so mo di gold na ekoto bank na minim se kromi ya di gold to bank gold ewujade me di kosi ho kosan ye enso enipa no minimu no ye yi no a ye so me sign for 1 year or sign ye 1 year ena mkoje ma ade ena omo beda amase minimu bia enti bibi say no Ghana High Commission de me ye onye. I am boldly confidently to say this papa uso ankoma onye unya problem enko ne ho enko kanche se na wonhu no enko kanche se papa uso ankoma ya che Ghana ni bi awo Ghana ni bi ewu Ghana ni bi obeka che se nipa no kwa asori monko hwehwe na asori me se me ne no te ho ena o ka che me se maame eya amoba muntu nkofofo so monko asori o munyonkuo ekuo papa no boso na me de o se ye de Ghana ni tena ahwe che mu ba ne ho se Ghana ni ne yare otwa tekita da na me de ne ko Ghana. Yes, because also ni ha say se wo ba be yes adwuma no enye no no de wa ha enti no se mo ba ebetu obi a wa dedicate ne ho minimo nso ni me unchia meka minchia woka edien na wo beye edia support ma wunua bi a wono nso te baby me wia me di nyame asama san kam enti package we nyina wo mpe ehe na abenya no enti platform bi say die awurade nam this program so akina emergency hour ye bedia pa ya afra pa ye adwade apa ye anoma pa ye awurade nam so dia yaresa to me e mankofo obi wo free Ghana eba na onya impotent sabi ne be manwi enso so true emergency hour awurade restore ne back obi wo free Ghana eba oni diabetes enso through this program awurade adom obi wo obekroma oni ni kunu ne yire ne baaye enso mo baaye aware aye basa awurade adom obi ese age me mafri mensam awurade nam dwumadi emergency hour every Thursday ye dinyame asem undiluted word of God me ye immigration me ye akwantuo mu nsam edien na menye me wia ye de awurade asem because lawyer Franco Tiwe were limited case bi wo a eye tough e de ma no age awurade ma mo call lawyer Frank office no mo be ko ne bible da na chi ansa no de application be ko no watana se abosom paye because onimu se na adwene ekura no upon ni school book ni nyina no without God enye enti me kanfo de ama wo se woni asore ko apa asore ko pa asore ko papa usu ankama o se abena skin pain na me busa no benefit a yenye benya free ne ho as a Ghanaians o se dia benefit e dia benefit na mo hwe e dia free me ho eno ne passport na me dia mamo na me sign mo nyoma enfama mo wo be ko school a untimi fa nkoma Ghana High Commission so on sign wo ba a school form emma wo koje nkrata as a guarantor untimi nkofre papa wusu ankoma se da ye pa na wono kura wo mfi wu no se be sign ye de ye yi ama abra na be sign ma ye hu no enti se wampe asori ana wampe ekuo papa ekuo bi wo a wo lete nuru ba bia pe asori na efa wo hu kodon mu enu nti na da bia me ba mitu wo fo eka kire wo say bra nebe join ni Flames of Faith Assemblies se wuni asore kwa ana wo asore kwa yire wo hu ne ko ukọ asore na take part of everything asore bi o canaro of ukọ 2 years probation ansa no wako enti mesre Ghana fo ade papa monton ade papa ba sell it yo nyame ya adomo a ekina ye emergency hour ma nyim free so akwasifa to so kina emergency hour every Thursday bia ya wada anopa nondu pepe nondu pepe na ye di dwumadie na hyehye so ye di apa ye tafra apa ye dware apa ye no apa ye esra apa ye esra urade se awurade kayen ekina nyame ye adomo a ekina adom bidum ye nya eye last Thursday ana meboa eye last Thursday of a month of February to be favored ebi abosumi we mu no bi ankyere wo wodo ebi abosumi we wo bompa ye wo ade bi ho osi awurade favor me yare edame so awurade hu me mobo na yi free me so awurade me nkrata akoka fikesiem awaresem aye den abrabonim aye den adwuma aye den awurade mawie school mete Ghana abrabom aye den mafefo nyina eye adwuma mafefo nyina eko school mafefo nyina eware mesia enwo me hata enwo awurade aden bra ne besugu awurade so awurade ekina ya wo eye last Thursday don't pass me by say awurade men sign me ho enko emma February ensa me ho eye February to be favored awurade ni monyama hyen adansidie every day de awurade nam emergency hour so ye na bro adwen ne ntiase so awurade ye nuoma akese de ebinsida I want to mean na chese binsida enti china anopa 10 maye late kura 10:30 na emergency hour ye de ahehye so ma mo ba mo twen se prophet beba ansa na ba so me pa chew wo ba emergency hour prophet Greg de obi a wotie ye in global in the whole world adansidi awurade nam ne so eye no ebura dwene ntiase so awurade nam prophet so akora na ni afira awurade nam ne so ma akora ni hunade edie na prophet awurade nam ne so obi a wanya stroke ewa America a sabi wote ade mu an nsa nyina ako awurade enam prophet Greg so emene papa wo yusu cutlery obi a wo kwa adwuma a wanya stroke on the way going to work ewo ahia Manchester is not far doctors didn't to life support so and radinam prophet Greg so ema nipa no ene wo kasa ye wote ne kasa ye ne testimony ne kra na wonte kasa ne bi obi a wada bra pressure adro so for 22 years obe kunafo wo Ghana globally there is no distance in the spirit ewurade nam ne so de wo be council so na ye adwuma prophet Greg kasa within 2 hours no be hu senkyerene wo be hu de besie eno so no ema ne monu emostu ne ho eno nti meka kire wo se wo ba emergency hour emfa hwe adwunim se me ba prophet ho oye nipa emfa hwe wadwunim se ye me kwama prophet Greg ahye me nkom emergency hour enye prophetic platform ye be dia paye ye be sra paye na yesre awurade adom we need the unction prophet Greg also love unction. We need the unction ye here awurade abasane ne tumi enti wo ba ka kire awurade se awurade wona me ba be hia wo me pese me hu efiri se wona wo ka ye say I can do all things through Christ who strengthened my life. One can say through prophet Greg who strengthened my life. Debbie or say I can do all things through Christ. Me to me ye bibi biara. San senya me ena shemema. I can do all things through Christ who strengthened my life. wankasa can do all things through Christ. Prophet Greg strengthen your life. Error. Enti mesra oba fa hye wadwene mu se ma wakoma emubu eni dwumadi nachi ne bra eso na ni bebo. Ada, you can't hear me. Auntie. Omote. Enti no wa was so one I think so be free. Enti fasha wadwene mu sa na wo ba na hye wadwene mu sa wo mam enipa wa asem bibiara prophet beka no osoro bie na osoro e de aye adwuma okasa osoro nya adwuma ye. Enti e kire nyame ya adom a mepa chew join me every Sunday bia nso so no ye hia woni prophet Greg mebo empu ni mpu ate Marvosti, my sweet mother, I love you. I say Prophet Greg's. Woni Prophet Greg's. Eme bo empu ni mpu eye kwasi adebia. Omo ti America, omo Dubai, omo Austria, Germany. Akura na doctors say only heart. Erade Germany Prophet Greg anko erade namne so. Erade namne so eye de bi nsida. Where dear was a bra, only be bumping come and feel his ministry. Bra never feel the atmosphere. A drew kwasia de bia ye shia. Kwasia de bia, ya sorry. A week 1 p.m. UK time. A year 1 p.m. was see food for the soul and the spirit service. Kwasia de bia. Bra nebe tie a radiasum. Undiluted. Nyamia sama. Enya ho ne yebe preach shu yebe preach mok ensase dabi bra ne betie awurade asam ne beye aduane asam ne beye nsuo asam ne betena wo kra ne wakoma mu ne wo honhom na asam na nkasa aye wo mu adwuma de nsenkyere ne aba asam no wo penkrata be ma wo bi wo pekuna be ma wo bi wo pa awade be ma wo bi wo pa yire be ma wo bi wo pa visa be ma wo bi wo pa school wo pa adwuma de wo pa bia asam no tena wo mu na ye adwuma eyi yare afiri wo so epepa wo haw ne amane de firi wo so enu nti bra kwasiada yen ye abrofo asori ye time de ye fa ni agoro eye 1 p.m. to 3:30 ya chekura 3:40 na yapon baby a wo bia wo betimi ababi every Sunday bia me pacho uni asore kwa bra ebebom na wone ye ensom asore no ewo Elephant and Castle, the Eye of London. Elephant and Castle hona eye off Keddington Lane. Buses eba ho ana train eba ho eye Northern Line any Bakerloo line. Northern Line the whole London. Northern Line Elephant and Castle your biggest stationer Northern Line efa ho. Enti Northern Line or Bakerloo line. Ofa Northern Line ABC Elephant and Castle na Bakerloo line BC Elephant and Castle. And now what the bus ni free baby ba besi wo Elephant and Castle. Osono kese no ase. Elephant statue no ase pepepe no aba begina ho. Wo begina ho a bus bia baby a wo gina no bus stop wani mu ho a. Enti bus se wo ho nyina eye 133 415 333 133 415 333 155 eye two stops kwa Brixton eye two stops na wesi e two Elephant and Castle shopping mall was na say two stops basa kwa Brixton ubesi usi ya opposite ubehu Tesco Express ubehu supermarket kese na abehu Tesco me pa chow crossover supermarket wo ana Tesco in between Tesco and supermarket ho no lane mu na no e ho ana asori no ho no e wo obeba be to praying ground kese asori no praying ground no eso e ho ana se wo fa 196 a eko no wood ho no me pa chow wadu so ye two stop eko Vauxhall no wood ho no Stockwell ho no ye just two stops pe ɛno ne deɛ 196 de besi wɔ ɛyɛ asɔre hɔ n'anim hɔ a na ɛsiw na wagina wogina a asɔre dan n'anim a na besiw na wawura asɔre dan mu hɔ ɛnyɛ yira kwan na emom ebi a na wawura fi direction no ana ebi a na wayira wo deɛ nante besi Elephant and Castle wobetimi anante aba ɛyɛ just 10-minute walk wobetimi anante aba wo deɛ nante na efa ebra wo Victoria wo Piccadilly Circle Westminster kra de obetimi anante aba ma mo Lambeth wo Elephant and Castle wo New Kent Road Old Kent Road wo baby a bridge ni bie no ɛhɔ no Tower Bridge wo London Bridge wo ɛhɔ ni nyina mo betimi anante edi aba ana obetimi a drive ana se wo betimi afa bus edi aba enti nyame ye adom a echina adom bidom yenya me pacho woni mentena so Elephant Elephant and Castle woni mentena se ewo emergency awa na kwasi ada woni mehia ewo asori ebina da bia eye redemption hour eye ogie emre enura na it was so powerful eye ogie emre ni nie fa hodie emre ni nie enkunimudie emre ni nie me pacho mentena fie ebenada de obi aye mpaebo ebenada mpaebo enumre enti kwa asori kokwa asori na wo de bra beje mpaye bra bedi apaye bra besra paye o ba fa prayer request ebra o ba fa wo prayer request ebra na ye mompaye meda wo ase open more direction and more information. Maybe I'll bet me a contact Abona's campaign. My number is 0750242279. Sorry, ye do ye home. Ye caring. Ye busia. Ye Flames of Faith Assemblies. Flames of Faith Assemblies. Enti ye busia assemblies mean busia. Me party ye busia campaign fan club ye so ye busia baako. Enti ebusia mo hwese ne Abona's campaign ma ho keka ewo nipa ho me boa nipa me support nipa na kire se me ne wo kwa asore de a ene na wafa me pa wo beto me say yi no wato me ankasa ye boa ye ho ye kire wo do e de ma ye ho ye boa ye ho enu ntia nyame onhyira.
Hallelujah. Indeed, October has manifested for me. With the nyamiasi many aji bebre, many aji because it's easy. So utikrum hanan krata sem aye bibi basa. Inti many aji se nyamiadum. October has indeed manifested for me. My application come Eco Home Office. Some especially from student visa to sponsorship visa in April, and I'm a year biometric. My train some into monka. I was so worried because my husband son oyare ni abidi adanse on ho kra or the drew so inti na aye problem kakra. Inti be fair daddy mommy fasting. Na daddy ka say me wie bi am friend inti me am friend no no ma bompaye. Si wie no si Monday like me wie meti o monka. Ampa Monday Nyame adom na mete omonka na mo request for documents be for my little girl me won wa hanum say me de ko ka ho a ni week eno mo approve visa ni maame ti Nyame adom waje me 4 years with the Nyame ase. I'm so happy with the Nyame ase emergency awe Nyame. I really thank God for the Nyame because I was so worried. I didn't know what was happening. Then of course so be problem be one na insane bebre. With the Nyame ase pa say God has come through for me. With the Nyame ase with a prophet so ase Nyame shao say say umbre ewe ye ho all the time. Asodi nyina mu okoswa unja chidi. That was it for all you do for us. God bless you so much. And my prayer is that the oil on your head will never run dry. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Daddy Pacho, good evening. Beseme fasa akonya we so did that when the anti apenase. Nyame enhyira mo nyame nkoso a enye mo kese. When my dance here toso me ever since I'm joining emergency hour. In the month of May, I think first week in May, on one of your live sessions, oh my word, and you don't know, but all you hear is, I should be expectant. There's a surprise on the way for me. There's a surprise on the way for me. You don't know what it is. I mean, so a couple of additional akoda nyankopon enim. One was my warrior and my UK application edim and a few other requests. But some you need a idea me train in pa. So within that some months, I had issues with my eyesight a lot. Now my left eye and I quite blurry because hospital, and I was asked to run a couple of tests because now doctors need the reason why I may go through blurriness, and so they wanted me to have a couple of tests in order to diagnose what the problem really is. Now during that period, I'm quiet test no, we call lab on no. Lab scientist na was say, oh yeah, me test. Me payment me can make you cashier ho, so me go cashier ho nida. Me come make payment. Me one man another guy bar ho no so. Doctors need another test applicant previous one on the buy so you would have to come back with me again because we need to take a couple of samples from you. And I'm say okay. And I'm doing it chikoy. Me read them open lab scientist no say, oh May, it's good you came back because I really wanted to take your number. I don't know what happened in a miracle, so it is God who brought you back because I really have to take your number. And I said, really okay. Then just give me a paper to write my number on it for you. And I'll be paying my minute. We try my number. And the man. And we try number in man again. And I say okay. But I see everything come on. On my second appointment to pick up my test from the hospital, he met with me and he said, May, baby, I'm in your dream. I don't have the time for this back and forth and all that. I really like you, Mipewasem. Honestly, the truth is that and come plans will say, may settle down anytime soon because school and I mean me person me my masters. But Mishia will know. Bibia sisa. Say if only obeti asia mama dear, may cancel my school for now. Then after when we get settled, then I can look into that. If only we have a 1 or 2 things we have to 2 years so that we can get settled, and then after that, no much school na sem aka. Papa, in fact, me who dream. Me started sere in kwasi asiri ebi wo hospital hon say, hey, this is strange. When he is surprised na prophet enemy can wasem. Because within Sawi, honestly, Papa, I've been so expectant. Minya text me phone cry baby cry na ma fashion. Because I been in media pray and effort because I was so expectant. But honestly, I didn't expect say I was meeting that man who would ask my hand in marriage. Honestly. Man that's under it. It's all kind of me say, okay, you share the be. And I say, okay. I was like, is it that Nyankopon ne bo kwan we to was a mini by me here at this period of time? Now I'm seeking medical attention only for me to meet Nyamina kwan ye bebre. nyame na kwanye bebree meda nyame ase ene nea onam so eye ewo mabrabo papa koswa ne gina chi ewo mpaebo mu meda wase oni ante abana meda wase menim say the 10th adansidie enche ebeba. This is my second testimony ever since I joined this family. Meda wase nyame shall be brave.
Hello. Month of March. Month of resurrection, restitution, and restoration. I started following emergency prayer hour last month in February. I came across the program when I was watching Auntie Abner's Immigration program. I don't normally watch till the end. I just watch, get the information, then I log off. But this time around, I watched the program to the end. And I saw testimonies being played. And that is when I realized she does another program, which was the emergency hour. So the following week, no, the same week, I joined on a Thursday to pray. And after that, I called her that I wanted Daddy's number, and she gave me the number. I called Daddy a couple of times and I didn't get through to him. So Daddy called me back. I spoke to him, told him about my worry or my problem. And what Daddy said was, people are trusting in God for healing. So my problem wasn't too big for God to do. He gave me a time to call him, which I missed it. And Daddy called me back. And he told me off, which also helped in a way, because I realized he meant business in the sense that he is there to do God's work and not there to play. So I told Daddy my problem and we prayed about it, which was regarding my application to university. I had made a couple of applications, which the first one was rejected because of my previous criminal conviction 14 years ago. And I gave up because I thought there was no way I was going to go on to the course, because if they are rejecting me because of the criminal conviction, that criminal conviction is still there. Even when I do a DBS, it still shows on it. So there was no way around it. I spoke to Daddy, and Daddy assured me that nothing was too big for God to do. I remember on that first day I watched the program, there was a lady who called Daddy after Daddy had finished preaching and said she's going for an interview for a university. So Daddy should pray for her. And Daddy said to her to write the name of the university and put it under her pillow. Sleep on it for 7 days. And call him on the 7th day so he can pray for her. So I thought I was going to get it easy. I was going to get the same thing, but no. When I spoke to Daddy, we prayed and he gave me the direction to do. I had to fast for 7 days, call him every evening for him to pray. Some of the days, we had to extend the fasting. Some of the days, we break it at 6 p.m. On the day that I had to go for the interview, Daddy called me. That was about 2 a.m. and we prayed. And I went for the interview on a Wednesday. When I came back, I was still fasting, so we had to break the fasting that evening. And when we're praying, Daddy said the panel that is going to decide whether they are going to take me on for that course, he is taking their sleep from them. They need to decide and offer me the place before they can be able to sleep. I went for the interview on a Wednesday. The next day, 8:01, which was the Thursday, a minute past 8 a.m., I had an email to say that they've offered me the course that I wanted. I didn't believe it. Even when I came back from the interview, Daddy was asking me, how did it go and everything. I was like, He was like, why, And I said, Daddy, I've had interviews. This one was nothing that I was expecting. I was expecting more. And he was like, we prayed and we're trusting God to do it. And God has done it. Yes, God has done it. No questions asked about my past, criminal record, nothing. Nothing. As if there's nothing written on that paper. I thank God for Daddy's and Mama Abner's life. This is beyond me. I wasn't expecting I wasn't expecting that to happen so soon. Because normally when you go for the interview, they normally advise 5 to 7 working days you hear from them. But the next day, emergency hour, God has done it for me. I am glad and I am happy. I thank Daddy and Mama Abner so much. God bless them. If you are listening to me or if you're on this platform, please let's trust in God. Let's obey His words and follow His steps. He is doing a wonderful work through Daddy. Daddy, thank you very much. God richly bless you and your family. Thank you. Amen.
me why. Na me God a perfect great that's you. May she a perfect get a nanka bun samaya me the fe. Me nim them not. May she a perfect great nanka bun samaya me pasa. Ah, daddy, let me show. Me da was sick. In the mabna. Come I share one. My idea, our my brother mu baby. Eja. Yesi yen swansa. Ne yen swansu. Ne hundi emoju. Na ampama swansa aswansu. Me ye kremoni. Nso debi me shamo. Emergency hour. Me efe me nyinsan mu a tete mu a me fe mu a na me wo hospital me wo complications ni nyoma me da ho me yare na omo say me wo sickle cell akwani sickle cell omo be yinu ni nyoma me show na wo bompaye ana me sun da say mida mojanunu mu nti mama mo yi nti mo sa kwani sickle cell ma ya na so mingi so nano nti na mida ho me hospital maternity ward nti me so me yare a me nyima me were complicated blood pressure diabetes this thing of how did they call it? Me refinity me kaya. It's no must messiah career into me bunny a sickle cell career or a sickle cell me won no baby break. Into not me were complicated into not me pressure course na ye call ye admit me hospital into not me do that day na I got no emergency or down no ma na me sending the pictures mama na me da ho ana wo bompae emergency hour me da ho me kremoni moka na me ka ami me su efisa me sha se me wo me ma awon ka me da me ankasa my map experience what they call it labor me hum bi da me nim kwasa de awon ka nipa nsuo se de egu nipa na bi si da nti na me da omodi sa omo monitor akra no movement ni heartbeat nti na me da omodi belt ni ayiya me nti na da wo ye na me ka ami me kwa me nka amen me ka ami ana eja me ka sa no ewo na afide na ma yase me hu se bibi boom ana me mia bell no nti me mia bell na nurse ne ba na me se bibi agu me ho nti bibi agu me ho no na me me hwe na ye moja suo sa wo dia na abie nti na wo bompa nti ne ba ne ba ye na sa ye me ya nti na wo bompa nti me wo da wo bompa na me ka ami afede amini nti me bio mo I couldn't bear the pain anymore. It's my show bio. I'm a nurse no. A PSO of Fred na oma arrange me at the Miako labor hall. It's omo ahumbubuano mewa akrano or the push into nama singing out to see your mopa masse 5 ano mapam. Ohana like na student midwife ayede ewo into student midwife na buy no ana omoyede into obegina wa ohana eye mi say toilet dimi into eye mi say toilet no ana me yede me say me yede toilet ni yede to say di me na me say me make a me student ni say as toilet into na me hu nchi me o se hwe na man ko me nye ho me chimi akoi prap no unexpected akwenye ma start who ma wo nyina when easy emergency hour enyo kwada hoda na me frɛ wo emere bi aka chawo se me ba ye ko fie se na obi ko ye me ba ntama oye be oba ebe ma ne be ma ewa na adwene me hu se onye obi chate me di tu wenim na wo se me nye fasting na me ka chawo se me nye ana so be bo me bible nay we jai say ko omusko or threatening to those people no.
Hey, abusia meeting at the Apple campaign. Midi sika e mane mebusia eni adofo. E wo my granemu e de fa eye tap sika mane. Eso e die bentia e so easy, reliable, affordable, convenience and is so fast. E kwabei e na wo be fa so a obe use tap sika mane. And one say ubefa wo smartphone na wa download tap sikamanie e wo phone so and one say woko eni gisem kese ne say baby a wo bia wotimi use tap e de send sika e ko wo my Ghana mu e wo abra wontua hwe commission free empo abra meti hey metimi use tap e de send sika e wo abra mimpia bonten nemo kai se wo be use promo code e wo screen so na wo dia send sika nema busua enya £5 extra €5 extra enka wo musika wo de be kone ho no enti use promo code no e wo screen so tap yes say Paul Mantem was saying Eddie Campo tap abba amaye Ghana for